Pain is in the building.
Yo, what's up guys, Network here. So today we're going to be going over some Rogue Disc Priest. This is a third week of the Season 2. I do 3 videos a week. I usually get Rogue Shadow Priest, Rogue Disc Priest, and then a random video. We're not playing a lot of our Alliance currently because we're just capping in 5s, but eventually we'll be doing more of those too. So this comp we're playing against Disc Mage. It's kind of an interesting composition. It's not super easy to play into, but it's also not extremely hard if you play smart. My goal is to pretty much set up my priest to get burns on the mage, and then we'll just kind of play the mana game. So I'll sap mage here. He doesn't trinket Nova, which is interesting. I open priest. I resist cheap shot because LOL priest. So in that situation, I go for a re-stealth. I'm going to try and resap the mage and then try to get a burn on him with my priest and just kind of set him up. So I think he's out of combat here. Yep, so I get a sap here. My priest is going to start going for a burn, but he fears. He only hits mage, not priest, which is fine. I cheap shot. This mage then trinkets. I'm going to get on top of him. I use a vanish. I think I tried to growth there, but I eviscerated. And now it's just kind of kiting. You know, he has a lot of damage up. He has icy veins. He has his pet out. And we got pain suppression. So noticing those cooldowns being used, it's good to just kind of get to the pillar because as you can see right now, my priest is in a sheep. So I would like to save my Cloak of Shadows for their next go and their next elemental. So you really just kind of have to play it by, you know, visualization and understanding positioning. So I'm gonna get back on this guy. My priest should be able to top me, or you know, at least help me. Mage comes out of block, which is kind of useful for us. Like I said, the mage is super low in mana. He's already at 1500, and I'm just gonna use cloak here. We get a second Ellie. I stay on top of him. I'm kind of nervous here in the situation, but we still have pain suppression. My priest still has trinket. My priest just used power infusion, so we're like super far ahead. Like it's night and day difference from our point of view, right? So I'm now going to get on the mage. I stop part of his evocation, which is really important because you don't want him to get mana back. And I don't really know what he's supposed to do in this situation. He's just gonna die. So that's kind of how we play Disc Mage. We the mage, kite cooldowns, and yeah, we get the dub. Alright, second game of this little session. It's Rogue Priest versus Rogue Priest. It's an Alliance Rogue Priest, so my Priest pushes in. He gets a nice fear and cleans the Priest, actually super helpful. I cheap shot Kidney, he trinkets, I immediately blind, and then I get blinded. So in this situation, I'm going to try to just peel for the Rogue, and then we're going to kill the Priest. Priest won't be able to do much as long as my stuns hit, and it should be a GG. So in this situation, there's like 3 seconds left on cheap shot. Baylor dots a little bit early, and then my cheap shot resists, so that was unfortunate. He was able to get his shield off, and then my cheap shot didn't land, so that sucked, but my kidney's gonna land here. We're gonna get a nice little cross kill, and then it's gonna come down to a 1v1. So in 1v1 situations, that rogue has trinket, I don't, so I have to kind of understand that. My evasion's up. I think he pops evasion here in a second. Perfect. I get my crippling up. I'm then going to use Cloak of Shadow Sprint, because in this situation, I need to get a re-stealth, guys. Like, re-stealths are super important. I get a couple bandage ticks off, and then I try to go find him. And the reason I try to go find him right now is because if I can find him, you know, it gives me a slight advantage. So he trinkets my sap for some reason. I don't really understand that. I think he was going to try to trinket kidney me because he had combo points from earlier, which would make sense, but I still wouldn't trinket the sap there. So he Shadow Step kidneys me. Like I said, I think he had those combo points, and that was his goal. Now he uses his cloak to cut away. But in this situation, what would you do? You know, if he's going to run to the room, guys, there's an eye to my left, right? All I have to do is grab the eye, re-stealth, and I get a free opener. So that's something, like I said, awareness is really important in this game. Understanding where you are, understanding the situation. And yeah, so I grab the eye, we're just going to re-stealth, and we'll kill him. So it was a fun mini 1v1, and it was exciting because I haven't arenaed a little bit. And yeah, let's move on to the game 3. Alright, so in this composition we're playing against a rogue feral druid. It's really important that you fear feral when you can, but we open with the fear on the rogue, which isn't terrible. I just prefer fearing feral because he can't Cloak of Shadows it, and it's going to land, and if he trinkets, it's a full blind, you can just kill the rogue pretty easily. So in this game we go feral druid, which is unfortunate. It's hard to kill a feral druid that can kite. Rogue trinkets my blind late to kidney. The druid's already able to get away, so I can't trinket this kidney. It makes absolutely no sense. And the rogue gets away. So in this situation, I'm just going to chill here, let my bleeds fall off, and we're just going to reset. And that's kind of how this comp plays. They want to reset, they want to get trinkets. And they got my priest trinket, but they haven't gotten mine. So that's one thing to remember. My kidney misses on the druid. He's taking negative damage. And I now have Fairy Fire on me, and I don't have Cloak. So it's going to be really important that Balor dispels my Fairy Fire when I want to have my next go. So he hits a nice, or he's going to hit a nice fear on this rogue. The rogue Cloak of Shadows. Now he's going to be able to fear the rogue. And he actually fears him into a good spot. So this is actually going to allow me to re-stealth instead of using my Vanish. And we're just going to kill the rogue. He has no trinket. Rogues die. He's LOS of his druid. And we're just going to pump him. So druid opens me. I immediately trinket. He then is just going to hit him with a couple heals. And then it's unfortunate because his belt backfires. But he doesn't have cloak up. He could have just had it dispelled. Like, the game was over when we hit that fear into the room. And we had a Vanish. So yeah, that's kind of how we beat Rogue Feral. It's really important to fear the Feral on cooldown and then go Rogue. Alright guys, this is going to be my last clip of my Rogue Discipline weekly post. We do 3 videos a week. 1 Rogue Discipline, 1 Rogue Shadow, and 1 random video I choose when I want to. So in this situation, it's really important to either get a sap or clean the priest. He's not standing in flare, which for me it's like, it's beautiful. Truthfully, it's beautiful. So in this situation, I'm going to wait for my priest to try to clean. As soon as he's LOS, I'm going to cheap shot him. This allows my priest to get all of the buffs off. And when he's clean, all we need is this kidney to hit, baby. That's it. So I'm going to get a big kidney. I did not trinket scatter, but now I'm going to full blind priest. And in this situation, if the priest is full blind, it's really important I get the sap. So you got to use Cloak of Shadows, and you got to kind of pretend you're not going to sap him, right? So I sap him, of course. There are no Beanslayer infusion. We've played those guys way too many times. They know how we do things. So in this situation, if my stuns land, it's like wrapping it up in a box and shipping it out. It's free, boys. So cheap shot kidney. I have a trinket, hit the scatter. This guy goes down. And that's it. So Hunter Priest, destroyed him. Not a big deal. These guys are great players, though. And I hope you guys enjoyed this week. I'll be posting more. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Peace.